We're standing in the PlayStation Lounge here at E3 with Brian, who's been working on the, well, I don't know if it's the next one, but a future Uncharted game that's coming out on PS Vita, finally unveiled here, full on. And just what's it like taking on a franchise like Uncharted that, you know, has so many fans all over the world, and trying to bring it to a handheld?
Well, I'd like to say that it's an honor to work with the franchise. You know, they set the bar definitely high. And to be able to take that bar and to reach it on a handheld, you know, definitely presented a lot of challenges. But it was worth it. I think it turned out okay, and we still have a little more time to work on it and polish it. So I think we're doing a good job. So
from a hardware perspective, can you do all the things that you do in a PlayStation 3 version of Uncharted on the PS Vita?
Oh yeah, you can do that and more. I mean, we have the touchscreen, and we've integrated that so that the player can either choose to use the dual analogs, or they can use the touchscreen. They can play the game any way they want.
So does that open up, what kind of options does that open up for you as a developer? Because the Vita can do so many different things, and is it hard to pick and choose what you want to do?
Yeah, it is. I mean, really, we come up, there's so many ideas that we can think of for the Vita and the touch screen, and you know, we end up having to just pick a few of them because, you know, it's an incredible piece of machinery with the front camera, the back camera, you know, the rear touch, the front touch. I mean, you can do so much with that. You know, we probably haven't even thought of everything. You know, so it's kind of a challenge, but more of a challenge to slim down the ideas that we had than it was to find things to do with it.
So Uncharted, of course, is a very sort of cinematic series, and that's not perhaps something you would associate with a handheld. How you sort of tackled that, and what do you want to do with that?
Well, I think the 5-inch OLED screen, I think it's built for cinematics actually, and we're following in Uncharted Naughty Dog's footsteps, and we're doing the same kind of thing. We have over an hour of cinematic. It's definitely a cinematic game experience, not unlike Uncharted 2.
So what's the cooperation like between you guys and Naughty Dog?
Our studio's been working very closely with Naughty Dog, especially on story and certain key features of the game that they would like to see stay true to the franchise. Also, you know, we want to make sure that we work in cooperation with them and we don't step on their toes, or, you know. And it's been a close relationship, and, you know, I think it's turned out. I think we've done good by them. Hopefully they like our game. So
where does the Golden Abyss fit into the whole Uncharted universe?
Okay, it's not a prequel, but it does take place before the first 3 Uncharted, and you'll see you'll see some of the same characters that you see in the Uncharted series, as well as a couple new will be introduced.
Is that a benefit to you to sort of start out before all these events, that you don't have to sort of fit into?
That's exactly what it is. You know, I think Naughty Dog probably likes their freedom when it comes to story. So by doing it this way, you know, we kind of stay out of their way, and, you know, they don't have to worry about us revealing something that maybe we shouldn't. So.
Would there be any sort of interaction between this game and Uncharted 3 in any way?
I can't really talk about that. I can't say yes or no on that one. Sorry.
All right. I think your smile is answer enough.
Oh, I'm just a happy guy.
Not a great poker face. Do you plan any multiplayer for the game?
Again, that's something else that I really can't speak about. You know, so.
Where'd you learn that? Girl Scouts? Brownies, if you must know. I was their troop leader.
And we managed to find Gerald, who's been working on Uncharted Golden Abyss for the new PlayStation Vita. Let's start out with that. How's it been working with the new hardware?
Oh, it's been great so far. You can tell by the screen on it is nice 5-inch OLED, bright colors, nice contrast. Everything just pops on the screen. You really have to see it in person to get a sense for how it really looks.
What do you think about the machine in general?
It's super powerful. We can do a whole bunch of shaders that just no other handhelds can do, or even iPhone or anything like that. So we're near PS3 quality graphics in the palm of your hand, basically.
All right. So tell us about Golden Abyss. What's the game about?
It's not a prequel to Uncharted 1, but it happens before Uncharted 1. It's its own story. There'll be a few new characters you get to meet and some old ones that will make an appearance as well.
How's it been working with Naughty Dog on it?
They've been extremely helpful. We visited the studio. They told us their whole process. They've been giving us a lot of feedback throughout development, story, everything. So they're definitely involved.
How is it working with the Uncharted franchise? Because after Uncharted 2, it just completely blew up. It's huge now. And Uncharted 3, of course, coming to the PlayStation 3 is a big deal for Sony. What's that been like?
Well, we've been doing siphon filter games for the past, so we've always been doing third-person action games with story. So it's kind of more of the same for us. So it's a genre we're familiar with. But their high water mark is so high that it pushes us to try and meet what they've done in the past. So I think it's been good because seeing the game so far, we're getting close. But they'll always be better.
The fans will, of course, have huge expectations. Do you think you can live up with them?
Yeah, definitely. I think if you play the game, we got all the combat. We'll have a lot of story in there as well. So it's definitely going to be an Uncharted experience, just a smaller scale in the palm of your hand that you can take with you, basically.
What do you think about the touch and designing gameplay around that? How has that process been?
It's been a challenge, but at the same time, it's like we can introduce new gameplay features like the melee combat. We can make things a little bit simpler, like navigation with the swipe controls to move the player along, kind of find where he has to go. And if you want traditional controls, we have those as well.
How important has it been? It was mentioned during the Sony press conference, but how important has it been to allow players to both use touch and traditional controls?
Well, people coming from Uncharted they want to play like Uncharted, so I think it was really important to make sure we had traditional controls for them. At the same time, Vita has so many cool features, you just can't not use them, so we're doing everything we can to try and use them as much as possible.
So how close to the Vita launch will we see Uncharted Golden Abyss?
Fortunately, we can't talk about release date yet, but we're working hard towards something soon.
Temple of Serpents.